After the Reagans hired a lawyer and a housing counselor, the news they had hoped for, almost a year after they began the process, a letter arrived.
The letter says, you did it. It says that in the very beginning. You've been approved for the trial loan modification, the HAMP loan modification.
This is March 24th of 2010. We got that letter. You've been approved. The very next day, March 25th, we have a letter from ASC or Wells Fargo saying, sorry, you've been denied for your modification. We put the denial letter to the side because we were just going with the good news. And they said, you've been enrolled in the program, make 3 payments for the next 3 months, 1 payment per month. And once you've paid that in a timely manner, after the end of the 3rd payment, you will be approved and you'll have the paperwork sent to you for the final loan.
Then came a nightmarish sequence of events that began with strangers telling the Reagans their house was about to be auctioned.
And I closed the door and I was like, that is really weird. And then later that day, another person came to the house and knocked on the door and asked could they see the home. And at this point, I'm really alarmed because I don't know what to do. And I said, we're in the middle of a loan modification. There's no auction.
Stunned and panicked, the Reagans quickly called their bank, Wells Fargo.
The operator answered the phone. She had said, oh yes, well, your loan is going to default. We're going to foreclose on you. And I said, well, wait a minute. We were in a modification process. I paid my 3 payments on time. That's the only way that I could have been disqualified from this program is not paying my payments. I paid them over the phone, so I have confirmation numbers, not like a check got lost in the mail.
And just when they thought it could not get any worse, another knock at the door.
I was sitting there with one of my friends, and this guy comes to our door and says that he's the realtor that represents the investor who bought our home, and that we don't own our home anymore. And I said, that's impossible. We're in the middle of a loan modification.
But they were not in the middle of loan modification. They were at the end of the line. The Reagans' house had been sold without them ever knowing it. More than a year of frustration had ended with the worst possible outcome.
I mean, it's not an extravagant home, but it was our home.
The real winner was the bank.
If you've got it, watch it. If you don't, call your TV provider to get HDNet today.